one match away from immortality.
This is a total team effort.
We're gonna come at you.
One shot.
All right, welcome back to the Coach Marchman Show 2017. We're 6 games into the season, Coach. Welcome back.
It's good to be back. Thanks. Thank you.
We've tried to hook up a few times already this season, but scheduling, a busy schedule with baseball this year. You've got a lot of games loaded up front, a few on the road. We're going to talk about the offseason a little bit, if you don't mind. New staff member, and you've moved some people around on your staff a little bit.
Well, yeah, we had the addition of Coach Greg Ambergy and Coach Steven Jackson to come to our coaching staff. We lost Coach Stetzer and Coach Brooks. They have a busy year, so I'm happy to have those two guys around the players. They set good examples for the players. And they've been excellent assets to our program, and I'm happy to have them both, and they've been working out very well so far. So I'm looking forward to working with them some more.
I know I've seen Coach Jackson out here a few times. You more or less giving him the reins with the JV a little bit.
Yeah, he's running the JV team. He's also kind of moving around a little bit. He works with the middle school team as well. But he loves being around these guys, and he's such a good influence on them, and we're truly lucky to have him.
All right, we'll dive into the early part of the season. We had that scrimmage here against Bacon.
Right.
Seventh inning miracle there toward the end. That was the one. I believe that was the one that Austin did, right? The seventh inning rally.
I
get them confused. It was Austin or Tyler, one of them.
Both of them. Tyler Chester started it off with the hit late in the game, and in Bacon they just made a couple mistakes right there at the end that helped us push out in front. The
it was only a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah,
it feels like a month.
Right? Yeah, because they all run on top of each other. But we were fortunate to win that game. But it's just a scrimmage, so we want to win them all. But that game was just kind of to see where we're at. It's kind of like a measuring stick to see how we looked against the new opponent.
And you had Brantley here to open up the regular season. Another seventh inning rally. Then we went on the road. I thought a turning point. You went to Savannah Christian, come back. We head over to Telfair, which we carried that game live. Seemed like a turning point there with Telfair because the kids have just absolutely played shutdown defense since then.
Yeah, well, the Savannah Christian game was a good defensive game. I mean, we made 2 errors, they made none, and that was the difference in the game. In the Savannah Christian game, you had Austin Knowles throw a 1-hitter and lose 2-0. That's unfortunate, but we just couldn't produce any offense to help support him. So
pitch and duel. Yeah,
it was definitely a pitch and duel. And their guy, listen, you got to give credit where credit's due. Their pitcher did a great job. He only gave up 2 hits throughout the whole game. But the difference is they didn't make the big mistake, and we did. And then in the Telfair game, we just really there's really no excuse. They beat us. We never got the bats going. Their defense played good enough to win. Their pitcher actually no-hit us all the way until the 6th. And then, we tried to get a little rally going there in the 7th, and just came up short. And sometimes you just got to tip your hat to the team when they're just better than you, and they were better than us on that day. So, fortunately we have them again, and they'll have to come here and play, and we'll look to play a little bit better when we see them next time.
I know it seemed like if we were running into good pitching or if the offense was struggling a little bit early. But the last 3 games, you guys have put up 35 runs and allowed 0 to your opponents. Those are nice stats.
Right, yeah, and it's good to be able to do those type of things, and when you have a chance to score a bunch of runs, you want to take advantage of that. And I think that we're learning to take a little bit better approaches at the plate, and our pitchers are really doing a good job of holding the other team down. I believe it was 3 shutouts in a row that we've had there, and that's just that goes to guys doing a really good job of on the mound, and also the defense playing well behind them. And finally, the offense is starting to come around. We would like for it to have started earlier, started sooner, but we're finally starting to have a little bit better approaches at the plate, and we're having better at bats, and because of that, along with better execution, we've been able to score a few more runs. So moving in the right direction. Starting 1-2 was very disappointing, especially considering we returned so many players. But you can't win them all, although we're going to try our best to do so. We just got to focus on continuing to get better every time we go out on the field.
That game over in Eccles County, I went over there and they actually put you guys to work. Y'all helped me set up that game.
Right.
But Tyler Beckham, first time on the mound varsity, right? Correct?
Yep.
Pitches a no-hit shutout. I mean, talk about a debut. You dream about those if you're a baseball player. You just dream about that kind of debut. Yeah,
he did a great job, and we know he has that type of ability, and he did everything we asked him to do. And once again, for that to happen, you got to have some good defensive play, and I thought KJ Williams played particularly well in that game, and the defense altogether played well, but we also helped him out by being able to score some runs. When you score some runs, you take a little bit of pressure off the pitching and the defense, and that's what we were able to do on that day. So we're happy to have Tyler and glad that he's throwing the ball well.
I know early in the game I noticed there was a point where it was early, but Eccles got a couple of runners on base. Y'all went out there and talked to Tyler. Is there a trade secret? What did you say? Because after that, the kid was throwing smoke the whole game.
Well, I don't know if this is the answer, but we just wanted to settle him down. It was his first start of the season. So he's probably a little amped up when he got out there, and basically he just walked those first 2 batters and wasn't getting ahead in the count, throwing strikes early in the count. We just had Coach Jackson went out there and just reminded him, hey, relax, do what you know how to do, and let's try to pound the strike zone a little bit and make these guys swing the bat. And then the second inning, there was a little mechanical flaw that we noticed when he was out on the mound, and he fixed that immediately. And from that point on, he just did a great job. And I think it was more about just the first start, just getting out there and just going all out. You know what I mean? And as soon as he settled in, he did just fine. And he ended up pitching a great job. Yep. So those 2 walks, kept him from a perfect game. So that's too bad. But he did an excellent job, and I was proud of his performance.
Then you come back from that shutout. Cole Giddens is on the mound up here for you. Mm-hmm. Does the same thing. A little bit tighter game, 4-0.
Right.
But he got the job done.
He did, and we didn't expect anything less from Cole. We know that we can count on him to come in and whenever we need him, and he moves the ball around in the strike zone. He can change speeds in the strike zone. He holds runners well, and we weren't expecting him. We were only expecting him to throw 4 or 5 innings. But his pitch count was so low, he was just able to continue to go out there and go out there and go out there. So he threw 70 pitches in a 7-inning ball game, and that's just fantastic. You just can't do a better job than that. And we were proud. In a close game, he was able to maintain his effectiveness throughout, and he was able to get the complete game. So it was a very, very good performance by Cole Giddens.
And that game really, it wasn't even, we had control, but we really didn't take offensive control till late in the game. I know we held onto a 1-0 lead, till the 6th inning, I think, against Turner.
Yeah, it was close all night. We just didn't swing the bats like we want to. Now, in that game, I feel like we hit the ball a little harder, and our approaches at the plate were a little bit better. We cut down on the strikeouts. I think we only struck out twice in that game. But we were just hitting it right at people, and they were making plays, which is what you're supposed to do. So we found a way to scratch across a few, and Cole and defense played well that night, and it gave us the win at home. So it's an important win too because it's a region baseball game.
I know while we're talking about the Turner game, we have to mention Teacher of the Year.
Mm-hmm.
Stoney Kern came out here and threw the first pitch.
Yeah.
And what do you think, Coach? We sign her up?
Well, she was a little nervous about it, it's a tradition that the Teacher of the Year does that here. But Stoney had been teaching in another school in the system, and she just came to the high school this year, and so I kind of surprised her with it, I think. And she was a little bit apprehensive, but she said, "I'm going to be there, and I'm going to do it." And we were glad to have her out here and do that. And it's a good honor. We have our players take their favorite teacher, their jersey, and have them wear it that day at school, and then invite that teacher to the game at that night. And I just think it's important that that our team recognizes what the teachers do for our players. So I'm proud of Teacher Appreciation Night, and I'm proud of our Teacher of the Year, of course, whoever that might be, because it's just a very cool accomplishment. And I was happy that Dr. Kern was able to come out and throw out the first pitch, and she did a fine job.
That was awesome.
Yeah.
We carried, obviously, we carried the game live, and I had the camera that Indy Gowan helped set up right here.
Okay.
We had it on you guys on that first pitch. That was pretty cool.
Yeah.
That was
Yeah.
pretty cool. Hey, Coach, what we're going to do now? Saturday, Austin Knowles. What in the world? 3 innings, 15-0, no hitter. I mean, you guys went up there, came back.
Yeah, so Tyler Beckham threw a no hitter earlier in the week, and then Austin throws it was a 3-inning no hitter, but we were able to go up 1-0 in the first inning, and I think Austin may have thrown 6 pitches in the first inning, and then in the second inning we scored 13 runs, and just started hitting the ball really well and took advantage of a couple of mistakes that they made, and we ended up, Austin ended up pitching a complete game is what it's considered, but it was only a 3-inning game, where I think he only threw 34 pitches. So, but the offense came to play and against Bradwell Institute, and we were able to score a bunch of runs. So it takes a lot of pressure off your pitcher when you're able to score runs like that. And I was proud of the way we swung the bat on Saturday. It was a long day. JV got their first win that day before that, so it was a good day for us. We got the JV win, and then the varsity guys played really well in a 3-inning baseball game, and it was a good way to finish the week.
All right. Coach, when we come back, we're going to take a quick break.
Okay.
When we come back, we have some huge college news from one of you guys here that you guys signed the other day.
Right.
We're going to hit on that and then dive into a huge game right here at Indian Field tomorrow against Lanier County.
Okay. Sounds good.
Are you looking for a financial institution focused on helping their members afford life? Well, the staff at United First Federal Credit Union provides prompt personal service and strives to improve the financial condition of their members. Conveniently located at 3773 2nd Street South in Folkestone. We offer checking and savings accounts, low interest rate loans, mobile banking, and much more. Stop in and visit the folks at United First, member of NCUA and equal housing lender.
T&T Building Supply is located about a half-mile past US 1 and the 301 split, north of Folkestone, right next to Taylor Timber Company. They have everything you need for your home improvement projects, with a wide selection of lumber, hardware, millwork, plumbing, and electrical supplies, concrete and masonry, power and hand tools, nails, and roofing supplies. They also have a large selection of mobile home hardware. T&T Building Supply is a proud sponsor of Charlton Sportsnet.
Okefenokee Rural Electric Membership Corporation has been providing quality electric service at a competitive price to residential, commercial, and industrial customers in southeast Georgia and northeast Florida since 1939. For tips and advice on how to save electricity and stretch your energy dollars, call 1-800-262-5131 and speak to your marketing representative. We are a cooperative owned by those we serve.
Welcome back to the Coach Marchman Show, our first edition for 2017. Coach, last week, huge news on the collegiate front involving the Indians last week.
Yeah, we were fortunate enough to have one of our baseball players sign a baseball scholarship for next year to play South Georgia State University for Jeff Timothy. Austin Knowles is the senior who signed. He's a really good baseball player, and South Georgia's getting a good baseball player, and I'm proud of him and his accomplishments. And it was a good scene when we had all his teammates and his parents and his new coach and the administration and you guys, everybody over there in the media center to be there while he signed his papers and take pictures and stuff like that. So it was a great moment, and we're always proud of our players when they're able to sign a baseball scholarship. But Austin's a good student, so we're proud of him for that as well. And it was just a good moment, great moment.
That's so cool to be a part of a child's milestone in his life like that, to me, just
right.
Be able to witness that. And, I mean, it's just a huge opportunity. Any time you get to go to college,
yeah,
whether it's athletically or academically, but still, what a day.
Well, a ton of work goes into that. A lot of practice hours, a lot of sweat, and a lot of sacrifices go into that. So to be able to reach a goal like that, it's been his goal to get a scholarship in baseball, and for him to reach that goal, it's a very fulfilling moment, and for me as well as his teammates, I think. But he is very deserving, and he's a really good player, and he's gonna be very successful in the future.
All right. Coach, I want to dive into this game tomorrow. I was doing a little pregame research.
Right.
They have Lanier County coming to town. I knew they were good, but they're 7-0.
Right.
I didn't know they were that good. So they're getting the job done over there in Bulldog Land.
That's true. Yeah, they've started out very fast, and they have some good players. They return most of their players from last year, so I'm not surprised they're doing well. We'll see them on Tuesday. See what they got.
It's definitely going to have an effect on the region as we move forward through the season. Right now they're 7-0. We're 4-2. Region records, they're obviously undefeated. We're 2-1 region right now.
Yeah, I mean they're ahead of us. I mean we have a region loss and they don't. So it's important for us to every region game is equally as important. So this one's not like more important than any other ones. But they are undefeated, and they don't have any region losses, so that puts them ahead of us. And so it would help us out greatly for us to win that game, to give them a region loss and us have the advantage head-to-head against them at that point. But they're a good team, and they're going to come in and give us their best, and we're looking forward to it. I think it's going to be an exciting game.
We're carrying the game live, but obviously you want everybody here.
Sure, yeah,
tomorrow.
Absolutely.
We need the place packed tomorrow.
That would be great, yeah, to get everybody out here wearing Indians gear and pulling for our team. The game's at 6 o'clock. JV plays right before that, so it should be a fun day. A couple of good baseball teams and a very important game. It being a region game, and they don't have any losses in the region right now. We have one, so. It's a huge game for both teams.
I know a couple of kids I took note on off of Max Preps. Mm-hmm. Lanier has a pretty detailed listing of their stats and all over there on Max Preps. Matthew White, number 23, batting a .630, pitching a 61.61 ERA, and a young man number 15 by the name of Bass with a .480 batting average. So
yeah,
they've got some hitters over there, evidently.
Evidently, yeah, those are some really good numbers. So I'll tell you right now, we don't have anybody with any batting averages like that. So I guess we're going to see exactly how good those guys are come tomorrow. We played those guys last year, and they had both of those guys are returning players, and they are really good players. With stats like that, batting averages like that, our pitchers and our defense can have to do a really good job, to hold them down. So we're looking forward to the competition, and with numbers like that, you better be ready to play. And so we're going to prepare today and get ready for that region game tomorrow, and hopefully we can come out and play a good game. And oops, I think I just.
Head-On Collision is a family-owned and operated business located in Folkestone, Georgia, across from Gibson McDonald. We specialize in automotive repair, damage caused by small and major accidents. We restore old vehicles and bring them back to their original glory. We also spray Speedliner bedliners, the world's toughest spray and bedliner. We work with all insurance companies to make your experience as easy as possible. It doesn't matter how long you've been doing it. It matters how long you've been doing it right.
Charlton Tire Service and Repair, located at 3399 2nd Street, Folkestone, Georgia, has everything you need for service and repair of your vehicle. Go see them today. For information, call 912-496-7329. Charlton Tire Service and Repair, a proud sponsor of Charlton Sportsnet. All right, welcome back to the conclusion of the Coach Marchman Show, episode 1 for 2017. Coach, when we left out, we were talking about Lanier County. I wanted to go over the other day against Turner on Teacher Appreciation Night. I was in the press box, took a picture for our Instagram page, our Charlton Sportsnet on Instagram. That evening, I'm getting compliments on the field from some alumni I went to school with back in Baldwin. They were asking about the field, what all goes into it, and the work. It's you guys. I mean, it's not. There's some grounds crew involved.
Yeah, sure, they help us.
Different lawnmower service and so forth. But I mean, for 90% of it is the staff and the kids.
Well, the county does a lot to help us with our baseball field. You know, ever since we made improvements several years ago, and they want to help us keep it looking that way. So Charles Keene and our Board of Education does help us maintain the field. But I think it's important for our players to take pride in their field and to put work into it as well. And and that's something they have to do every day after practice, after every game. We got to clean up the field and take care of certain aspects of it. So we're proud of it, and we want it to continue to improve. And in order for us to be able to do that, then our coaching staff and our players need to take some ownership in doing it, and they do, and they do a good job of it, and they do everything I ask of them. So they help to keep it looking, to keep it a beautiful place, and we just want to keep improving it. So hopefully we can continue to do that.
I know it's a lot of work, you guys. I know every time I come here to set up, for the webcast, you guys are out here sometimes before I get here.
Yeah.
Getting the field ready.
Yeah.
Getting, everything watered down and raked out and everything.
Sure.
I might be a little biased, but I think it's the best looking field in Class A in Georgia. But that's just me,
Yeah, thanks. Thank you. Yeah.
We've been everywhere with you guys. I've
Sure.
even been a few places y'all haven't been. As far as covering other playoffs and all. And it's a sharp looking field.
Yeah, we appreciate it. We're
You
going
guys-
to continue
you
to
guys
try
deserve
to.
the kudos over there.
Well, we're going to continue to try to. We got some ideas to even improve it even more, and moving forward, hopefully we can do that. So maybe it'll even get even better.
All right, Coach. Like we always close out the show, fundraisers. Anything going on? You need to get out there.
Yeah, we have we have our blackout T-shirts for sale, and if anybody wants to get one of those, they can see any of the baseball players for game coming up against Atkinson County, and of course we have hats and shirts and all that kind of stuff in the concession stand for people to buy. Our next fundraiser is going to be in a couple of weeks, and we'll probably talk about that next time I'm on here. We're going to have a movie night on the Diamond, but it's going to be in 3 or 4 weeks from now, so we'll look forward to that. But in the meantime, just would like to ask everybody to come out and watch us play tomorrow night versus Lanier. It's going to be 2 really good teams. Lanier is they're playing very well right now, and so it should be a good challenge for us. And I'm looking forward to that challenge, and looking for us to come out and play well tomorrow.
All right. We'll see you tomorrow.
Yep.
First game 4 o'clock.
4 o'clock, and then the
We
varsity
need-
game
I
gets
love
6.
the views. Love watching you guys watching us on CSN, but we need y'all here tomorrow.
Yeah, come on out tomorrow.
Let's pack the place for the Indian Field big region game. Coach, Welcome back. We appreciate
man.
it as always.
Good
Thank
stuff.
you for watching the Coach Marchman Show. We'll see you tomorrow, 4 o'clock and 6 o'clock, right here versus Lanier County.